do you plan on making your way to APEX this year? On this month's episode of APEX-TV 360, we sit down with one attendee who's deciding to take a 2,500-mile road trip to the largest show for the automotive aftermarket industry. Hi everyone, I'm Allison Godlove for APEX-TV 360. We are all getting ready to head to Las Vegas this fall, and each of us take different routes and various modes of transportation to get there. Like Joe Keane and the Babcock's crew, they'll be hopping in a vintage luxury vehicle documenting their road to APEX. Let's take things over to the Babcock's garage studio where Joe is right now. So tell us, what exactly is this idea that you had that has now become known as the road to APEX?
The road to APEX is going to be a great adventure that we're going to take from Akron, heading all the way to Vegas, about 2,500 miles in a 1989 Cadillac Brougham. We're going to hit Route 66 as much as we can along the way and stop at some of the great iconic and historic sites along Route 66.
Now, what does it take to build a car like this, nearly from scratch, leading up to your road trip?
The process of putting this car together is going to be, quite extensive. There's going to be a little bit of body work we're going to do to it, some panel replacement, but more importantly, I've got to make sure I've got a safe, reliable car that's going to get me where I'm going. So, all of the important things that any technician would want to do to a car that's this old. We want to have good hoses and good belts and good, electrical system and good tires and good brakes. And all of those things are going to be really, really important to be able to make it safely. And with the help from my sponsors, I'm really going to have the parts and the equipment I need to be able to make this car all the way there.
Many companies that are exhibiting at APEX have actually helped by supplying the parts that you'll be adding to that car, is that right?
It's really great to be able to see that even on a car such as, a 1989 Cadillac, I have no problem getting parts from our suppliers. And right now we also know that the average age of today's cars is up to 12.2, which is more important for, these cars to be, to stay on the road. And our suppliers and our sponsors and all of them, they all have the parts that we need. If I can get the parts I need for this 89 Cadillac, I'm sure they got the parts that you're gonna need as well.
Okay, you gotta tell us, how excited are you for this road trip?
I think this is gonna be so much fun. I'm really, really excited. I think I'm also a little insane for coming up with this idea, but it's really gonna showcase again the parts and our sponsors really helping us out. And I'm really, really gonna have a good time.
You can follow along with Joe and the Babcock's team as they build and drive the Cadillac on the road to APEX. Their videos will be available on their social channels starting on September 19th.
We're going to create 6 episodes, about a half hour in length each. You're going to be able to see me do the whole journey from getting the car to ordering parts to putting some parts on there, but then really the drive on Route 66.
You'll have a chance to see the car for yourself November 1st through the 3rd at the Venetian Expo in Las Vegas. Sign up on apexshow.com to be notified of those upcoming announcements. Don't forget to book your stay. APEX 2022 is partnering with OnPeak to provide you with a selection of top-rate Las Vegas hotels to make your stay in the city as comfortable as possible. Book now to secure the best hotels for the best prices. And as always, the APEX community is buzzing about this year's event. You can join in on the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Just use the hashtag APEX22. That's it for this episode of APEX-TV 360. We'll see you back here next month.